I keep procrastinating and I can't make any progress. That's a complaint I hear a lot in the weekly reports that I read from those I'm mentoring. And I've got a few suggestions that'll hopefully help you in how to get past that. The first thing is, oftentimes what people do is they generate a to-do list. And that to-do list is 20 or 30 things. Pick up the laundry, do the laundry, clean my desk, straighten up whatever it is you want to straighten up. And those are the things that they typically do first because they're the quickest. So if you want to pick up your laundry, you go pick up your laundry and in half an hour or whatever it is, it's all done, right? You can check it off your to-do list, and people take a lot of satisfaction in drawing a line through those items. But there is a better way to do that. Every night, the night before, go through and look at your next day. And there was a person by the name of Ivy Lee, back in the days of Charles Schwab, who came up with a system that he introduced Charles Schwab to. Charles Schwab had asked, well, how do I get my executives to make more progress? And he said, the night before, have them generate a list of the 6 things that will have the most impact on your business, however they define that, which is probably revenue, I would imagine. But and when they start the next day, have them work on the number one most important thing. Don't do anything else until you are able to complete that. Then move on to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you don't get to number 6, take those items and move them to the next day. And he was then asked, well, how much are you going to charge me for this? And he says, nothing. You tell me how it's going to work out for you and pay me what you think is fair. So after a period of time, Ivy Lee got back with Charles Schwab, and he said the results were absolutely amazing. And he wrote him a check, if memory serves, for $25,000. I think that was back in the 20s or 30s. So that was the equivalent of about $400,000 today. But the power of that, everybody saw. Concentrate on what's important. Concentrate on doing that first. Now, if you have a job, your boss might have a little different feeling for your priorities, so I understand that. But what works for me even better than that is to identify the items that will move the needle the most and then put a time next to them. So let's just say you aren't in as good shape as you want to get into, so you want to work out. So write down the night before, for the following day, 5 a.m., get up and work out, okay? Then let's say you want to make LinkedIn connections. So send LinkedIn connections from 7 to 8 or whatever it is. Make cold calls between 10 and 11 and put a time next to it. It's amazing for me the difference between when I say, well, tomorrow I want to work out, and tomorrow I want to work out at 5 a.m. or whatever time that is. So I would suggest that you try that. Just try it for a week and see how that impacts your productivity. For instance, if you want to lose weight, write down the 3 meals or 5 meals, whatever you've got planned for the following day, and what you're going to eat. So you know what you're going to eat for breakfast. You know when you're going to eat breakfast. Same thing, mid-morning snack, lunch, mid-afternoon snack, evening, maybe a late-night healthy snack before you go to bed, whatever that is. But write those down and write the times down. So as you look back on 2020, we're about ready to move into November. So 2020 is coming to an end. If you're happy with how 2020 worked out, great. Do more of what made you successful to this point. But if you have started 2020 thinking this is going to be my year, and at the end of this year, you're in a position where you say, well, it's pretty much the same it was at the beginning. Go through and commit yourself to do something differently. There is still time left in 2020 to make some significant improvements in your QLA journey. If you don't know what to do, get free sites off my free information off my site, off Dan's site. And for those that want to go through what my best work is, go to brucewhipple.com/deep dive bootcamp. It's about 12 hours of recordings. I go through from beginning to end the QLA methodology that Dan Pena created more than 25 years ago, and I explain the tools use, how to use LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. Best work that I've done. So again, brucewhipple.com/deep dive bootcamp. But I would encourage you to implement that Ivy Lee method. Write down the 6 things the night before, put a time next to them when you're going to do them, and do that for a week. And then I'd love to hear what the results are of that. And again, if you don't know what to do, go grab that boot camp. I think that'd be really helpful for you. I just did an email a week or so ago with Marcus, not his real name, and where he went from in 3 months is pretty incredible. No guarantees you'll be able to repeat that, but it was tremendously helpful for him, and he said he knew what to do and how to do it. Okay, so channel your inner Ivy Lee, write down those things with a time next to it, and see what happens at the end of a week if you do that consistently. Okay, so if you have any questions or comments or ideas for future episodes, please email bruce@brucewhipple.com. And if you're not already on our mailing list, head over to brucewhipple.com and sign up and grab any of the free reports. That'll put you on the mailing list. There is a lot of free information you can use to acquire already profitable businesses. This is Bruce Whipple. Thanks for listening to the Business Acquisition Podcast. And remember, you miss 100% of the opportunities you failed to take. And procrastination truly is the thief of time. So do something today, please. Your future self will be proud of you.